This is the national flag of Scotland. Hang on, but isn't Scotland a part of the United Kingdom? Why does it have a flag on its own? Well, the Union Jack, which serves as the national flag of the UK, was actually combined by the flag of England, Scotland and Northern Ireland. Since the early Middle Ages, the Kingdom of Scotland emerged as an independent sovereign state until 1707. Reasoning from the setbacks of Scottish colonialism and the increasingly influential European empires among the world. So Scotland and England came up with an agreement that they united and formed one single country, the United Kingdom of Great Britain. Over the years, the United Kingdom has been growing with different countries joining the Union. What we now call the UK is formed by England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. In 1997, after a referendum, a devolved Scottish Parliament and government, which are responsible for the laws specific to Scotland, was established. In 1998, the same thing happened in Wales and Northern Ireland. In September 2014, something more important to Scotland is going to happen. Do people outside of Scotland know what this is?
No. Not sure. Not much.
No. A little bit. I don't know that there's a sort of debate.
I know that some parts of Scotland want to be independent.
Alex Salmon wants Scotland to be independent, and Alistair Darling wants Scotland to be part of the UK.
Scotland are trying to, they're having a referendum to claim independence from the UK.
Yes, that's right, a referendum of Scottish independence. We interviewed youngsters from outside of Scotland to hear what they had to say.
Well, in my opinion, I don't want Scotland to be independent. I say it's better together. I don't really know why.
I've got a bit of Scottish heritage going back. Just cause a divide that isn't something we need. Personally, I think we're better together.
I'm not Scottish, so it doesn't really affect me, but it's up to the people, I suppose, yeah.
It would be another like Northern Ireland. You know how Ireland is separate from the UK anyway. So, it's gonna affect all the economically, financially, politically, I don't know.
I guess there'd be fewer jobs. And I don't know how much industry there is in Scotland, but I mean, there's fishing and yeah, I really don't.
But maybe those around the border who might be affected by it.
Aberdeen, of course, the oil. Well, the economy will be affected because of the oil, and the flag will change, and so that would be quite a huge identity thing.
No, I don't think it would. It really, maybe. I don't know. It might make it more sort of like segregated. I always sort of associate. I don't know. I think we're quite a patriotic nation, and I think it would sort of make that. I think it would make Scotland very separate. Because especially like somewhere like Ireland as well. It's sort of I always associate Ireland as quite separate from Britain. So yeah, I think in that sense it would.
The UK, yeah, because Scotland won't be part of the UK.
Scotland's lost. Will they be part of the Queen? Because you know there's Commonwealth. Will Scotland be still?
Is the Queen of Commonwealth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Australia.
So
some islands.
she'll still be Queen of Scotland, I think. I'm not sure how it
If they
works.
stay part of the Commonwealth.
Well, no, because they're not in.
She's going to be the Queen of Scotland.
Yeah,
They're leaving.
They're leaving, and so they're not in the UK. They can't really get sort of like all of the culture and everything from being in the UK if they're not going to actually be a part of it.
Well, she's still the Queen for like Australia, right?
Yeah.
So if she wants to, I don't know.
It depends on how they work things out.
Yeah, it depends on how it works out. It's up to the people, right? It must be. Not the Queen. Okay, wait, not the Queen.
Oh, challenges. Probably. Well, if you, as you're saying, like maybe if it's like more like UK, like sorry, not UK, but like England, Scotland. I think like the segregation will be kind of like. I guess, and you'll have to think about stuff like the economy and what will happen with like I don't know money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I guess in that sense it'll be weird.
I think it will be a bad idea for Scotland because of how they're not going to be able to have the pound, and so if they can't get the pound, then they might have to take the euro, and the euro is going really downhill. And if they might not even get the euro, and if they don't get the euro, then they're going to have to start their own currency, which basically might be worth nothing. So it's.
I don't think it'll be much more difficult, to be fair. I mean, they'll have to increase their border control because they would be their own country, but other than that, I don't think it'll be much different at all.
Europe is now it's very open. We shouldn't worry about this.
Because in this case, like for Singapore, I didn't think we had much of a choice. Like we had to survive or like die out in a sense. But here, the Scottish are the ones that want to get out. So I guess that's a bit different.
And also, like Singapore doesn't have any resources other than its people.
Yeah.
Scotland does. So I think it has a better chance of survival actually.
Probably Scotland because they want to do that.
Yeah, I reckon Scotland.
Both. To be fair, I think it's going to help both of us. Scotland will do its good by getting out of the UK because then it will have its own say on what it can and can't do rather than having to take the UK's control. And then the UK will be better off because it's, to put it bluntly, it's one less thing to worry about, like to spend money on.
Both sides benefit from having each other, Britain and Scotland, and I think that actually for them to go independent wouldn't really benefit anyone.
We've seen that, I mean, with the Olympics, it's been great to be a country together, and it seems a shame to start cutting it up.
To be fair, in my eyes, it's not that big a deal if, say, English citizens rather than the Scottish people have much of a say in it, because at the end of the day, we've been telling them how they should be run since as long as I know. So then this time they're going to have their own say on everything. So I think it should just be left to the Scottish people themselves.
England and Scotland will be affected, so England should be part of the vote because it's their choice as well in a way, like whether they want to keep Scotland with them.
We're too young to really know what's going on properly.
And also we don't live in Scotland, so it doesn't affect us. It's kind of us making a decision for other people when it's their home and it's their decision and it's what they want to do with their country, so we shouldn't really get involved.
It's ultimately their decision. If British independence was a thing and people wanted to vote for that, we would expect that it would be up to us and not to anyone else. It makes sense.
On the 18th of September 2014, the people of Scotland will decide whether Scotland should become independent. The effect that this will have on the UK, well, we can only wait and see.